So, I don't have a oven in my camper van or a air fryer or microwave or anything else. I just have really the basics. But I do like to occasionally bake bread, cakes, biscuits, pies, cook a pizza, a lasagna, moussaka, cottage pie, or even tray bakes. And also, if I've got like a small joint of meat, like chicken legs or half a chicken or even an old chicken, which I can't cook in a frying pan, I really need an oven. So over 10 years ago, I was in the same situation when we used to go to Morocco every year in a camper truck. So I built a stovetop oven myself, and it worked fine. There is a link in the description below to that old video of us baking bread. So this is my latest version of a homemade stovetop oven, and it was very simple and quick to make, and actually I did consider buying a commercially made one, but when I looked at videos of people using them, quite often when they were baking cakes or bread or something, it was burnt on the bottom. And I think the problem with some of the commercial ones, the tray that you put the bread or cakes or whatever on to bake is so close to the bottom that the heat could be too fierce. So I actually wanted to improve that. And also some of the commercial ones, you get a aluminium or a silicone round circle to bake in, so it's fine if your bread is donut shaped or even cakes, but there's some things that you want to have as a round or a square shape. So I thought about all this, and this is what I come up with. So basically I just had an old pan at home. It's an enamel one, and fortunately it's got a glass top, which is absolutely a game changer, because when I'm cooking stuff, I can have a look, see if it's getting too brown on the top or whatever. And also there is a hole in the lid for letting the steam out, and I use a cooking thermometer quite a lot, because it just takes the guesswork out of cooking whatever you're doing, especially meat and cakes and stuff like that. So you get a probe. I mean, it's got a built-in probe, but you also get a remote probe with this one, and actually just fits in this hole. So this is absolutely brilliant. So when I'm cooking something, I can actually insert the probe into the chicken leg, into the bread, into the scones or muffins or whatever on. I can set the temperature. I have a temperature chart. I actually did a video about using a food thermometer. So I can set the temperature, I can set the alarm, and I can carry on, and the alarm tells me when it's done. Because when you're using a stovetop oven, it depends what your heat source is, if you're using gas or a electric hob or whatever. So the temperature can vary, and so this is a way to takes the guesswork out and gets it spot on. So let's have a look inside. So basically what I've got inside is I've got a steam tray, which I bought off eBay. That comes with detachable little legs to it, and inside I've got another one which goes on the bottom. And the idea of my idea of this is to diffuse the heat, so it's not too hot in the bottom, but the holes let the hot air come through. And also these are a smaller diameter than the pan, so the hot air comes up the side, hits the lid, and comes down to brown the top of whatever we're cooking. And going back to my 10 years plus Mark 1 version, I actually didn't have these, so I actually put sand in the bottom. I don't know if you can see, and I still do that now, because that really helps diffuse the heat even more, and it works well. But you absolutely do not need that. I just do it because I have quite a lot of space, so I just reserve this pan for baking. I mean, if you're just using one pan that you use for boiling, cooking stuff, you won't want to use a sand, but you don't need that. But if you're using gas like I am, which is a strong direct heat, you can also get these diffuser pad things. Again, I bought this off eBay. I think it was £4, and these are brilliant. It's got perforations in it, but the perforations don't go right through. It's just to diffuse the heat again, and these are really good on top of gas. And even if you've got an existing stovetop oven, maybe try this if you're having problems with stuff getting burned. So if I want to bake something big like a cake that's quite deep, I just use the one steam tray there, and this will take sort of something even like that deep, you know, so it'll cook, you know, a cake or bread, and it'll even allow it to rise. If I'm cooking something like a shallower cake, you know, this type of thing in a silicone mold, I put the other one on to help diffuse the heat even more. Or if I'm using silicone tartlets, or if I'm baking muffins or other types of things like that, I use the second one as well. And also these steam trays, you can get in them different sizes. So if you just want to bake smaller things, you can get smaller ones like that and use a smaller pan. You can also get larger ones if you want to use a larger pan. And if you want to make really deep bread and you've got a bigger pan, you can use this bigger one like this. And even in my pan, I use this sometimes, and there's still like space around the side, a few centimeters for the heat to come up, because that's the most important thing as well. And I can also use I mean, this is a cake baking tray. It's got the ring at the side. I don't know where I put it, you know, but that fits in as well, so it's good. It's got the removable sides, and I've got stainless steel complete tray if I want to cook something like that. So that's another good thing about it. The other thing I bought is I bought these wire baskets off eBay. I think there was, I got 3 of them for £7, and these have got the legs. And what I use these for is mainly for steaming vegetables. I particularly like broccoli steam because it doesn't go all mushy, but you could also like cook chicken wings and things on it like that, and I have 3 of those, and I can stack them up as well, so that's a useful thing. And one thing I've just started to do, experiment with, is smoking food, especially meat. So what I actually do is, on the first tray I put some smoking pellets, and you can get different flavors of wood for the different types of meat or whatever you want to smoke. I put those on there. I start them off, and they just smoke away, and with the lid on you end up with like I say, it's early days, but I have made a few smoke things, and it works really well. So basically that's it. The basic oven like you would buy commercially with the trays, it cost me £7 because I already had the pan. So it's really cheap, and I actually think that the way I've designed this, it's actually really good. I mean, you'll see from the videos that I've made of when I'm baking stuff, the bottoms don't get burnt, they get cooked through, the top gets brown, so it works perfectly. And even if you want to splash out and buy a new pan in a glass lid or something, you're still gonna do it probably for £30 or something like that. So basically that's it. It's I call it my mango stovetop oven. So if you've not got an oven or an air fryer, I can certainly recommend doing this. You'll be amazed how it works. Okay, that's it. Carefully put it in. Let's get that on the oven. I cook this in my mango stovetop oven, and the great thing about the structure of that oven is the bottom doesn't get burnt, but you can see the top is nice and crispy. I've checked the temperature, they're ready, so we can now try to get them out to cool down. Let those cool, and then we can do a taste test. This is how I much prefer to cook my vegetables. I mean, carrots and things need boiling, but things like especially broccoli that's very goes mushy very quick. I like to steam it, so I use these baskets, and I just put the vegetables on it. I've already got the other tray inside, and I put it on, and then steam it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and they're done. And just try them with a knife. Of course, you want them crispy. That's the whole point of steaming them, so they don't boil away and end up as a mushy mess. But it takes a little bit more time than boiling, but the results are worth it. I've just started to experiment with smoking food, mainly meats, and I've got these pellets that you usually use on a barbecue. This one is a chestnut wood, which gives a nice flavour for poultry, especially turkey, but even red meat and pork. So I've sprinkled some of these onto the lower plate, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignite them. I mean, if I left them, they would catch light from the stovetop oven, but I like to just start them off so as the smoke starts straight away. I just use the blowtorch to do this. Right, they've already started to smoke, as you can see. It smells really nice, but yeah, if you're doing it inside the van, you do need to leave the door open. So I'm going to try to do some more videos about smoking now I'm getting into it, and I've got quite a big variety of different woods to use as well that I want to try out. So what I've got here, I've marinated some chicken drumsticks in a mixture of oriental sauces. There's soy sauce, there's oyster sauce, there's some sweet chili sauce and some salt on there, and I've just had them marinating for a few hours, so I'm going to put those on the top in the mesh basket. We're going to put the lid on, and we're going to start cooking them. Okay, hopefully there will be a nice smoky flavour, but also with the oriental sauces. So let's see how long they take. Yep, that's cooked. It's took around 25 minutes, 30 minutes or something like that, but I'm always checking the internal temperature. So you can turn that off, and I'm dying to have a taste. I think they're going to be too hot, but let's have a go. Oh, they look fantastic. I mean, you can marinate these in anything. You don't have to use what I've used, but there is the ingredients in the description below. Let's have a taste, but I'll need to give it a bit of a blow first. That's absolutely delicious, and because I got the temperature just right, the chicken meat is still moist. I mean, this is not burnt. It's because I use this oriental marinade. It goes dark like this when it gets grilled, but it actually tastes really nice, and I can actually taste the wood smoke in it just slightly on the surface, just enough for me because I like the oriental taste. Yeah, I'm going to eat the rest of this.